Welcome back, my friends, to the bunker. I'm your host, Jason, and this is our small account challenge. And we're going to go over the portfolio tonight and also look at my dashboard for the P&L. So let's get to it. Thanks for showing back up. All right. Well, at the end of the day, I went ahead and put a butterfly on in the XSP. The reason I did that is when we were looking at the SPY after lunch or during lunch, I was noticed we started selling off. You can see we had a red candle, so we hit a high and we started pulling back. And what I did is I thought, well, we've got a nice gap here, and Friday might be a day that we close that gap or try to get into it. So I put on a butterfly starting at the 725, going all the way down to 730, wasn't it? Yeah, 730 going down to 720 with 725 being my short strike, which would be right at the top of this one. So hopefully we'll get down and retest that. I'll probably put a close at 25%, but it really depends. We'll see how it works in the morning. I'll probably share an update on it in my shorts feed and my Instagram if you're following me, and you can get an update. That'll be fun. That's a fun one. You do that every once in a while. NXT, this one is one thing I've learned from Tasty Trade. I think this week specifically, that Dr. Jim talked about it, that you don't really want to sell premium going into earnings because the volatility really doesn't decrease. It crushes after the fact. So by holding the volatility, we can't collect the theta. So that's why it's been going sideways. Although I've had this one on for about 10 days. We got really close to it closing today. I think we were dancing around early in the morning around 45, 49 number, but just never closed. Would have liked that extra 67 for this week. But the General Mills, that's a weekly pullback from 2008 levels. We sold a put, and we're just waiting. If it continues to climb up, we're looking at 37.5 as getting over that to collect our full credit. If not, we may roll that one out in time again and hold on to that one. Palantir, we saw software sector. That's kind of one of the things I was looking at on the weeklies. I've got some IGV right here. We'll go over that in a second. But I saw a little bit of a rebound in software, and Palantir is one of the ones that I've made some pretty good trades with in the past. So I've got a put spread. We're after earnings on this one, so I don't mind selling a little premium on that one. We did pretty well today, except we sold back off like the whole market did. But we stayed positive, and as long as we hold above 135 by next week, then we'll collect that premium on that one. So always in the red. That's one thing about selling premium. Usually right off the bat, you sell the premium. You stay in the red a long time, but really just worry about the in the money. That's when you have to something has to do. Other than that, you kind of just hang on for dear life and wait for the theta to be collected. Tilray, that's one of the pot stocks. They're reclassifying it. At least the administration announced they did, but I don't know if they have officially yet. But we saw a little burst in that one. My brother likes this stock. He's been trading it or trying to trade it for quite some time. That's his lottery ticket. So I joined into the fun. We're down 300. So hasn't been much fun since I've been in it. Oracle, here's a pretty good one. Traded it several times. This is the one where, if you saw last week's video, went over the life cycle of my put credit spread wheel strategy. We actually pulled back real hard into where I sold the premium, and I had to flip it. And the day after I flipped it over to going out in 6 months and buying the call and then selling a short term or a closer term, it's a closer expiration call. That thing rebounded 12, almost 20 points in 2 days. So I wanted to have it flip it back over and go back to just selling put credit spreads. So we're at that one. This one kind of danced around 49, 48. I'm trying to collect 50 on this one as well. But we'll see. We've got a long time on that one. and earnings is not till for like 42 days. We'll be out of this trade by the end of that, or we'll roll it out in time. Maybe we'll see how that goes. IGV. Now this is the software ETF. I went ahead and bought shares of this one, and then I've been I think 20 shares will be my max. I bought 15 and set my bracket on it, and we saw a good pop out of our 20 day breakout with volume, which is exactly what we're looking for on our Darvis box. So this was the high, and then we didn't set a new high for two. Really, it was back here was our box. We kind of tried to break out, but we really didn't. But we did set a new high, so technically that would reset our box. But that's when I went ahead and got in the position, and we were up. We were up pretty good today for a little while. I'll add to it 5 more shares once it goes one average true range ATR, which is about 2 points. What is the ATR? No, down here 3 points. So if we get up about 88, we got real close. I could have put it on today actually, but with the market pulling back, I'll refrain for tomorrow. We'll keep an eye on that one. But that's one of our new equity positions. Wheel. This is my bank when I've made profits over the course of the year. Monthly, I'll take that and throw it into this ETF. This ETF basically is a professional wheel. He does the wheel strategy as his strategy. So look for about 15-20% a return on the year. He does. So that's about 60 cents every quarter per share. And then around December we got 75 cents. So it's a good way to hold on to my profits. Now once it gets over, this gets to be worth about 3,000. I'll pull it out, and then I'll go ahead and start adding one extra position on my trades, and bump up what I'm trying to make is 1% on my account a month, or no, a week. And so I'd bump it up by the 3,000. So that would be $160 a week I would be trying to collect in either premium or equity trades. So that's kind of what that one is. It's my plan anyway. BG, this is one of our equity trades we're in. We saw the setup. We ran the scan. It's got the bullish order flow. We had a breakout of our Darvis box, but we've pulled back into it. Now I've got it currently set at 2 times the ATR, and you can see that's right around here. But there's your 10-day stop as well. So I'm probably going to go ahead and move that up to our 10-day stop now that we've been in it for a little while. And if we pull back down into that, we'll be out of it, and we'll lose about 75. This will be half of my initial position, and then as it proves to me that it's got the order flow behind it, and I'll add half again and then another half. So to be at a full position would be risking 130. Right now my initial position is risking half that, so about $170 or about $70 currently. TJX is another one. We ran the scan, got the bullish order flow, looked at the breakout, and then we've done nothing but sell off since then. And we have already broke about right there since we've been in. How long we've been in? Let's go to activity. So the 27th, 25, 26, 27. Right there. So right now we're still at 2 of the ATR, which is 3, so 6 points off of this one. So 51. Yeah, that's about right. But we may look at moving this one up. I'll hold it right now. I'm hoping we'll see a swing forward on this one. We'll see. So you got to take the trade. Not all of them are going to be winners. This one traded sideways for a while, and what do we got? Earning in 15 days. Maybe we'll see an uptick on the earnings on that one. 5 is another one of our bullish order flow. Set the Darvis box, made the U shape. We're looking for and look at what it did today. Just complete utter sell-off. So we almost got stopped out of this one today. And what are we almost down at? Almost 60. So there you go, about the $70 range. So that's where we'll be. Maybe we'll turn around before earnings. I don't know. Qualcomm, this is the new position I put on probably today, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that's the ticket. Yeah. So Qualcomm set our Darvis box. There's our 20-day. We pulled back. Then we saw a little bit of, it just slightly broke out with the Thortai. Got the volume, broke out. We're in it to win it. We got all the way up to 223 today, but we pulled back with the market. So that would have been a good day trade if I had account size I could do that. But we're up on the trade. I got how many shares into it? Five. So we're up $60. Not bad for only 5 shares. Good start. Hopefully get some follow through tomorrow. Retest that high. And JP Morgan was, if you were following me on my shorts, that was one I liked. Back above the 200, we started doing our U-shape, and of course we sold off all day on this one. Sadly, I was looking for a push up to the breakout right here, and we just didn't get it. Let's see, what's its ATR? 6, so we'd be 12 points off of this one. So 300, 302. 302, about right there is where we currently be our stop. So that's all the current positions. Let's go over the ones that closed today. Let's go all today hooks. Put on the Qualcomm. NVDA, we closed out of our NVDA put spread today. Very nice. For a profit. Let's see. So for NVIDIA, let's just do this. I think you can filter it this way. All right, so we closed NVIDIA out. Actually, I think, did I do a day trade on this today? Yes, I did. I bought a call and sold a call. And then I closed out my put spread today. Very nice. Wonder when I put that one on. Let's look at NVIDIA. Oh, the weather outside is frightful. Let's go back to chains. That's what you do. So we sold it for $99, bought it back, got $50 out of that one, and then we bought sold it there. So what day was that? And I can get both those trades in. We're up 191 for the year on this. We made 3 trades, but this is the one we made on the 29th. So if I go back, go over here to custom, and go back to the 29th. There we go. So out of the put credit spread and the day trade on the call today, we made 136 just today. Very nice. I know. I wish this is one thing I have got to work on my day trades. Today I saw us break out of yesterday's high. And then I went to the 15, somewhere out there, Barnaby. So if I zoom out a little bit, I should have marked that. Let's go back to the daily. Here's what I was thinking today. Here's the high. So let's get my price line tool. We'll put it right there. Right around there. Okay. So let's go back to the 15 now. So I was looking for a break and retest of yesterday's high. And what we got, where's our line? Right there. And that's today's action. So this was today's action. We opened up. I didn't mark the bottom, but we opened up and broke up and we closed above that. So in the first 30 minutes, so we opened here, we stayed down, and then we broke up and we closed out in the first 30 minutes. Now that's my initial trigger to look for some kind of trade. Then I'll go down to the 5-minute here, and let's get this. It's always tougher to do it in this software. Logarithm. Okay. So let's see here now. After we broke out and we closed out here, what we're looking for is a pullback. Now there's two signals I like. There is the hammer that we're looking for, and there is a engulfing candle. That's the two. So we pulled back to our level after closing about, which would be break and a retest. And you can see, we got really close. What, 20 cents? 20 cents off. And then we did an engulfing candle and closed and took that out. That would have been my signal when we took out the high of that one to get in the trade. And you can see I bought a call, and I struggle with calls, because one thing about calls, or anything about options when you're buying them, is it's working against you. The longer you hold it, the less value it has. So buying, and when you have short dated ones, when it goes against you, that value of that call goes away a lot faster than it does when it goes in your favor. So I prefer stock, because to me it just slows down the process for me a little bit. So I should have just taken that with shares. I would have been much better off, and then I could have rode that out. And I usually use, after I'm in, use the 9 EMA. Of course, I was at work when I took this. That was another thing. I usually only do a day trade on Thursday when I work from home. But I usually use the 9 EMA. As long as we don't close into that 9, I'll start moving my stop up, and this is where I really get interested. And then we finally closed right here. So you can see we got a, what was that, 2 points, nearly 3 points move. We actually got higher than that, but you got a 3-point move right there this morning with an option. That's probably been about $200. Now I got $80 of that on my trade because I had a meeting and I had to get out of it. But if you were day trading, this is a really good, simple process. It boils it down to just a couple things to look for, and then gives you a mechanical way to get in and out, which is key. I don't really day trade, but like I said, I will be doing that a little bit more. What I used to do, probably 3 years ago before I went back to work, is when I'd get that signal and I'd get my cross down here on the MACD intraday, I would look at the table here for my expected move, which would have been 215 right there, and then I would have put a cheap butterfly at the 215 mark right here, about a $5 wide for about 50 cents. It'd probably be about $50 total, 50 cents, maybe 75. And then as we got into there, you'd see that we'd probably make $100 on the trade. A little base hit. You're not expecting to stay in. Sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. But as it goes to you, you'll collect that. And then you sold it, a butterfly, or put a butterfly on. You didn't sell it. You bought it. You bought that butterfly. But the longer it stays in that area, the more it's worth. And so you usually close it for about 25 to 50% profit. So a $50, $75 would turn into $100 pretty easy. So that's what I used to do before. And I do it in a cash account, so you don't have to worry about day trading. But you only had so much capital per, 5 days before it closes. and you get that capital back. But that was a fun strategy, and it really makes you stay in tune with the market when you day trade. Okay, other than that, what else did we do? We got NVDA just today. Let's go back to our day today. XSP, that's the one I put on. So that's it. We're out. We're doing good. Let's just go ahead and look at my dashboard and see how we're doing. I exported out of the history and imported it into my dashboard that I coded in Google Sheets. If you'd like it and you use Tasty Trade, let me know in the comments and I will share it with you, and then you can have it as well. So all I did was import that entire sheet, copy it, and then I copied it over into my main log. The coding is built into here to split it out into my strategies. Butterfly, put credit spread, and then breaks out the opens and closes. One thing it doesn't do yet, and I'm going to work on it, is it doesn't show us where the stock is for equities that are open. And I was thinking about making another tab for that as like unrealized gains, maybe. Because if you remember, we've got about 3 that are in the positive that are equities that are unrealized. But I don't know that, really it's not real. This is all closed. This is all profit I've made. Everything's been closed out. So this year so far we've made 1,000, and this is after commissions, 1,132.77, which we have almost a 70% win rate. 1.45 profit factor. Return on investment, that looks a little off, but I think that's because that loss on AMD that hurt pretty good, and that would be this iron condor right there, that 250 most likely. So that's a very interesting. I'm going to have to check that calculation because I'm surprised. How would I have a profit factor if I got a negative return on an investment? I wonder if this is factoring in my equities as an expense, but they're not closed yet. And see, negative day trade. I've actually got this back. If you saw my dashboard from a couple weeks ago, my negative day trade P&L was almost 200. So I've gotten a couple good day trades in the last 2 weeks. And the commissions, I kind of went back to selling equities as well, instead of put spreads, based on that video I saw of Tasty Trade. And also these commissions are just whittling away, or we'd be up almost $1,400. Would be almost $1,400 if I wasn't paying so much in commissions. With Tasty Trade, you pay a small fee on the stock, but they don't charge you per trade. They just charge a small fee, and that's probably because it's a margin account. So I have to look into that. So our biggest winner so far is that SNDK trade ETF, and we 492. Intel's another big winner, 200. So these are all my most profitable trades, and of course here's my losers, because every strategy has some losers. And these are the different P&Ls by strategies. It's a pretty cute little dashboard. I like it. And it definitely breaks down what I'm doing and helps me journal my trades, see what's work. I think it's important to go over your losers, but it's as much as your winners, because you want to know what you're doing right, but you also want to know if you missed something or didn't follow your strategy to the letter. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. I'm maxed out on positions right now, so I can't really put any more on. But if you'd like to see how I pick it, I did a short video of kind of a quick of the settings I use on FinViz. And if you'd like to see a video expanded that and me to generate a list of ones I'm watching to get into, let me know in the comments, and I'd be glad to do that video for you. But look, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Like and subscribe would be fantastic for the channel. Help the algorithm, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you maybe for a weekend update. If not, I'll see you next week. Take care now. Bye-bye then.